So I'm gonna go and christen you Professor Thurman and give get your thoughts now on this Lomachenko Rigondeaux fight, man. People are saying it's 50-50. People are saying the size could play a big factor in this fight. How do you see it play out?
You know, it is so interesting, right? What I like about what I like about a little bit though is Rigondeaux can crash some, um, and I think he can get Lomachenko's respect more than some of the other opponents that Lomachenko's been up against, and I think that's a big difference. It can play a role in the fight. Also, I think Rigondeaux, he likes to fight a lot on the outside, spacious, the Cuban style boxing. Um, how much does Lomachenko allow Rigondeaux to fight in his rhythm, or does he force his pace and get more on the inside and just and make Rigondeaux make the adjustment? Who really is going to have to make the adjustment in the fight? That's going to be so. So we'll see. I know Lomachenko is bigger, but hand speed wise and athletic wise, I mean, Rigondeaux is the best opponent I think he's really ever gone up against. So it's just going to be very, very, very interesting.
You know,
I don't even have TV. I don't even have TV at my house right now. But I'm gonna go to a buddy's and try to watch the fight.
well, you don't have cable right now.
Not the process of moving. So
Ah,
so
okay.
everything's getting out of the house. Yeah, yeah.
So I was doing research on the fight.
Downsizing
Downsizing.
early.
I was doing research on the fight, and I found out that Rigondeaux has almost a 3-inch reach advantage on Lomachenko. And I started thinking, I'm like, wait a second, if Lomachenko is going to be coming forward and going after Rigondeaux, and knowing Rigondeaux, he jabs and he moves, he jabs and he moves. How big of a factor would that be in the fight? You know, in boxing so well, when you have that
That's what I'm,
much of a reach advantage.
that's what I'm saying. Like, is he gonna be able to get Rigondeaux out of his comfort zone when it comes to the way he wants to box on the outside? Because, like you said, with those long arms and the hand speed he has and the athleticism he has, I mean, some people. I'm a little bit worried if it's going to be a boring fight, and I know there's other people too. I mean, we're expecting a spectacular fight, and we expect to see world class boxers. There's going to be a talent packed ring there, but what's going to happen? Because I know if you want to keep someone away, you want to keep them away with the right skills and the right tactics. You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody can force you. If you don't want to, nobody can force you outside of your fight plan. So I'm just interested in seeing both fighters' fight plan, and then once when one fighter hits the other one in the face and vice versa, they start to treat each other, and round by round, which one becomes more comfortable with the other.
Do you think
And
this?
I'm just enjoy watching it like everybody else.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but like you mentioned, I also think too that could end up being like a very slow, methodical fight. And then I just started thinking too, I'm like, do you think it could be similar to the Mayweather Pacquiao fight?
Well, that's the thing, Mayweather a little bit, Yeah, I mean, with Rigondeaux, wanting to move, Lomachenko moving forward, the best southpaw, right?
I believe so. Actually, let me check. I'm gonna check Rigondeaux's box
So
rec
that's
right
gonna
now.
be so that's gonna be interesting. Uh, uh, Lomachenko has a really nice pivot move he likes to do against right-handers,
Yeah, they're both
and I don't know if
southpaws.
that same move. Yeah, I don't know if that same move is going to be accessible um, against somebody who fights the same way. I got friends who they really like Lomachenko, and they're really excited about the fight. And they're like, man, the way he hops around, and explain to him what that pivot is about and why he uses it, but he kind of uses it against right-handed fighters. I'd be surprised if he used that same tactic against a left-handed fighter. Vice versa. When I watched Floyd Mayweather in his career, there's certain tactics he would use against a right-handed fighter, and when he's up against a southpaw, he would no longer use that same tactic. And I noticed that, and I mentioned it to people, and I told them, they can watch the film. So and same with me. If I fight a southpaw, my tactics vary just a little bit. So I'm interested in Lomachenko fighting such a high quality southpaw fighter. The last time he's faced such a fighter, I believe, was Gary Russell Jr.
Yeah, and he won just about every round against Gary Russell Jr.
He definitely did a good performance, but I believe my boy should have took a tune-up. I think they underestimated Lomachenko at that time just because of his lack of professional boxing experience, But he comes in shape, and that's what I'm looking forward to this weekend too. Is that both fighters are going to be in shape, so we should have a great fight on our hands.
Here's a money question, man. Who you putting your money on? Who you picking?
It's so hard.
It is, right?
But like when you put your money on something for like, there's always a reason. You either put your money on them because that's the guy that's winning. Who cares? I just know that's the guy who's winning. I'm here to make money. Or you put your money on your favorite fighter, which one you want to win, and that's why I don't know what to do and I'm not placing no money bets on this one because I have a certain respect for both fighters, but honestly, that's the problem. I would like to see Lomachenko get dropped, but I don't mind if Lomachenko drops Rigondeaux too. But just a part of me wants to see Lomachenko get dropped.
Yeah, why? Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe because he's pulling off all these matrix tricks, and I just want somebody to crack the code in between the matrix and find that button. You know what I mean? The button's there, but he's always, it's there, and I also think, he's been very active, and I don't think that his competition has been really, even at the level of I've been waiting for the Gary Russell Jr. rematch, in my opinion. I really liked that fight. I thought that was a good fight. So, but I thought Gary Russell got a little tired, a little bit fatigued, and I think that was because of his layoff. So we'll see, man. I have a motto, man. If I'm not in the ring, they can knock each other out. I can care less. That's my motto. If I'm not fighting, both fighters can knock each other out.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt.
If Rigondeaux wins this fight, people are going to say, there's a glitch in the matrix. But, what does that say to Rigondeaux if he's able to win coming 2 weight classes up? Do you think he should be considered as, pound for pound the best fighter or nah?
Honestly, I don't know how I feel about the pound for pound rankings,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so many different people have their own pound for pound list. So he definitely will deserve a slot at the top. I don't care where you put him, but yeah, I mean, if he comes up with a victory, moving up these weight classes and stuff like that, especially if he did it in a KO TKO fashion,
Dude, that'd be so crazy if he knocks out Lomachenko.
Lomachenko TKO's Rigondeaux. I mean, that's a big accomplishment too. Yeah. It's not easy.
Yeah. I think, it might be more likely that Lomachenko's able to get a KO TKO because Rigondeaux's been dropped before in a few of the fights that he's had. I think
and the size.
Yeah, and the size as well. So I think that one might be more likely. But if Rigondeaux is able to knock out Lomachenko, that'd be crazy. But I have heard that Rigondeaux is really, really strong. He hits really, really hard.
That's why I would just like to see it knocked down. I don't need to see Lomachenko knocked out. I'm just, that right punch at the right time. His feet are off balance, and he touched the mat and he gets up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just a little wake up call, just some action. That's all. I'm hoping to see some action.
I think we're gonna. I don't know. I just like the fight. I like seeing the little tiny things that each fighter does. You know, when it comes to like these sort of fights.
We'll we'll see what happens. Lomachenko, he likes to go up and down. Head, body, head, uppercuts, little punches, pivoting. A lot of the stuff, a lot of the techniques that he likes to use, some of those things he can only use on people that just stand there and they freeze up because they're in front of somebody who's overwhelming them. Too much talent. I don't think Rigondeaux is going to be impressed that much with the talent. So I want to see who gets whose respect first. We'll see what happens in there.